basically distort the word, right? Or even slay those men that are teaching.
Says verse 8. Then said he to his servants, the wedding is ready, and they which were bidden were not worthy. Go ye therefore into the highways, and many as ye find, bid to the marriage. So their servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good, and the wedding was furnished with guests. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment. And he said unto him, Friend, how camest thou in hither not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Then said the king to the servants, Bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
Right.
For many are called, but few are chosen.
Right. So many are going to be called to this, but few are chosen. One case without his wedding garment. Just like the virgins without oil. What's a wedding? You know the order of a marriage ceremony. You got to be dressed a certain way and all that. So you're supposed to fall in line. But you got some Israelites who either think they're going to sneak in or come in and do the things their own way. This is all likened to the marriage being prepared for his son. The bride is supposed to make herself ready, which is us, Lord willing, the elect, the jewels, you prep up your jewels, you bathe yourself and all that. Basically means making yourself clean by the word. Scripture says you are now clean through the word, which that means. So you got to have the right doctrine, you got to have the right moral, you got to be on the right page, and not just halfway in, right? Because otherwise, what? You're going to be cast out into outer darkness. You're not worthy to participate in the marriage of the Lamb, which is really spiritually the Lord bringing us back to Him, because we were put away, so now we're being brought back to Him.
Jude verse 4. But there are certain men crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation, ungodly man, turning the grace of our power into lasciviousness, and denying the Holy Lord God, our Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach.
And they're going to be found out. That's why we got to keep an eye out. And that's really the best we can do. We can't really stop if it happens. All we can do is all we can do is watch and filter, by the Spirit. That's the best we can do. For some, really just they ain't right or something. You never know. You're going to have something that's crept in unawares, bringing what? Damnable heresies. Y'all know that. Real though. The jab was the chip, right? I mean, the jab was the word, right? This was that. I believe you, Paul. I believe you took that. Okay. They try to sneak that in there, and then eventually they get put out, like over there in was it Mississippi? Ultimately, it was found out that Scripture said what? They went out from us because they were not with them. Right. So ultimately, it found out that you didn't believe what the apostles believed. Chose to hold your tongue for 10 plus years. Now all of a sudden you got something to say. See you later. So all that's been believed is that you was never really a part. Okay, we always had other suspicions, so to speak. So now you out there, and unfortunately, you always hear about some upset throughout Israel. But it's all through the Lord. The Lord is making the sifting, He's filtering. Some just need the whooping. Some just need to be on the outside of it. But some are just proving that they weren't down with it. So that's why Scripture says, examine yourself daily that you're in the faith. Again, if you ultimately fall out, it's because you find something else in this world more important. I don't know what it is that can be more important.
Be a rapper.
Worldly lust, all that. Man, rappers, anything to be. All y'all do is get destroyed. Man, you get so many rappers killed. All these rappers getting killed.
They keep the file, do all this bullshit for Esau, that's all they took. Sacrifice shit. He took out like it's nothing, basically just making these regulators receive that insurance money, man. That key person insurance.
Yeah, because like when the rapper died, the record label sales go up. So it's basically like a blood sacrifice.
Sign that contract, something like that.
Yeah. That's why Scripture said you literally made a covenant with death. Literally.
Yeah.
Because eventually you basically gonna die and they gonna cash in.
That's why you know what Shaw said, no man can serve two masters. Either you will hate the other one. You know, no man can serve mammon and love the Lord at the same time. You see what happened if you love mammon over the Lord. Hey, the Lord will give you the things you need, man. You know, but when you just trying to force a way and you try to force the course of the river, hey, the Lord gonna show you why you should never went down that path.
Many have tried to balance. Many have tried to say, I can do both. I can have a covenant with the world and still do what I'm doing and make money. I can have both. You can't get around the scriptures. Something always gonna come up that's gonna leave you in a compromised position. You're gonna have to sacrifice to give up something. Period.
You're gonna always hit that crossroad. You're gonna have to choose left or right.
You're gonna think, oh, I can do both. I'm having success. No, you can't. But you're gonna realize that what this world offers you, it's like what this world requires of you to continue to give what you offer, is gonna have something you're gonna have to give up. Something you're gonna have to. The Lord isn't with this society, all right? So you can't be like, well, I want to be the best person I can be in the business and in the truth, and I think you're gonna have to give up some sacrifices. In an honest, integral world, yes, that would be the case, but we're living in a captivity.
Right.
This is not your way of thinking, it's a society's way of thinking.
I got a precept in. This is Matthew 10, starting at the 36th verse. And a man bold shall be they of his own house. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loses his life for my sake shall find it.
Now that, you're going to have to make a choice. Many have tried. I can give you an example of somebody who's trying to do it right now. They got very successful things going on, but there's a lot of questions. Primarily the name of the Lord. Why can't that name be taught over there? And if you do the research, it's always a common denominator with the groups like IHPK and IHPK. It's what you call the 501c3 chart.
Somebody else want soda?
He's trying
Good,
to
appreciate it.
He's trying to basically have a covenant with the world and teach it at the same time and keep that revenue coming in. And he's trying to do it, but the more you try, the more you get exposed for something's off. You know what I'm saying? Why can't you teach the name of the Lord? There's absolutely no reason as to why you are not teaching the name of the Lord. Though you have many excuses. The common denominator that rationally can only assume is that 501c3 chart. You are forbidden to. It don't make no sense that you can't. Well, what was, in fact, somebody go to Acts 7 and 45.
fathers had the tabernacle of witness in the wilderness, as he had appointed, speaking unto Moses, that he should make it according to the fashion that he had seen, which also our fathers came after brought in with Jesus unto the possession of the Gentiles, whom God drave out before the face of our fathers unto the days of David. It says, which also our fathers that came after brought in with Jesus. It says, our fathers had a tabernacle of witness in the wilderness, as he had appointed, speaking unto Moses, that he should make it according to the fashion that he had seen.
Moses, right?
Which our fathers that came after brought in with Jesus into the possession of the Gentiles.
So it said, like I said, he's recounting our history. He said Moses brought in and afterwards Jesus. What's that talking about? Like it says Jesus there. What's that mean?
I don't know what you mean.
You got it?
Acts 7:44. It says, our fathers had a tabernacle of witness.
This is Moses.
Right.
This is Stephen.
Right.
Down our history.
It's chronological order is what he's doing. Okay.
But it says Jesus.
I got it.
It says, our fathers had a tabernacle of witness in the wilderness, as he had appointed, speaking unto Moses, that he should make it according to the fashion that he had seen, which our fathers that came after brought in with Jesus to the possession of the Gentiles.
I said Jesus.
That's the key, ain't it?
Speaking about Joshua.
Joshua. It's real simple. But it says Jesus though.
Oh, you talking about having the same name?
Yeah.
You said having the same name.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. You was
So-
talking about that earlier.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's the same name, right?
Yeah.
I in the possession of the Gentiles,
Yeah.
who God drave out before the face of our fathers unto
Right.
the days of David.
Days of Joshua.
Yeah.
In the time of
Right,
Joshua,
talking about Joshua going into the land.
So it was Moses and Joshua, right?
Right.
How do you say Joshua in the Hebrew?
Yahushua.
So we can break down the name. That's simple. And Nate broke that down. Yeah. So how is it that he can say there are so many excuses when people don't know the name such and so? Do me a favor. Break down Acts 7:40. What's Jesus? Oh, that's talking about Joshua. Because in the Greek, what? Jesus, which is the Greek Joshua. Each and the Lord have the same name. How do you say the Lord's name in Hebrew? How shall we can teach the name, period. No excuses, they can't make no excuses. And they know they can't. And that's why it is, it's only logical explanation is you took the bag. You are contractually forbidden to really push it.
That's
You might say it on camera, wait, how shall but why can't you? No. So clearly, he has some type of forbidden. As you can't do the same thing that's in Christ. You gotta do the math. It's a common denominator. Then you heard him say a whole bunch of other stuff. Basically take the jab and it's all. You do the common denominator, what's the common? The 501c3 charge. But you got these guys that think that they can make a covenant with the world and do the will of the Lord without any hindrance. You can't do it. You're gonna have something's gonna have to give. You know. But I'm pretty sure what they believe over there is that the risk, what they're doing, the compromises outweighs basically the importance of the name because they're teaching people, building the school, they're teaching people. And little do they know, the name is the key to salvation. If Esau's forbidding you, that's an important thing. You gotta wonder why. How can I teach the name? The name is important. You understand? And we've had gentlemen, we had a gentleman, kind of blew up a little bit. A 74-year-old Jake basically was like, I want that name. And I don't get that name from them. I ain't with that name. Because they know that that name is a part of that key. You know? And if they say something stupid like, our people don't know, well, how do they know that they're Israelites? Oh, we break it down to them. We go to Deuteronomy, show that that's really us. That you can't do something simple. Go to the Greek and say that word Jesus is really Joshua, and then in the Hebrew, now Joshua's name is Yahweh. You know, I'm expected to believe that. No, man, something's up. Something's up. You took the bag. You're trying to make a covenant with the world, trying to serve two masters. You can't do it. Something or someone's got to give. And in this case, the name. Okay, and that's a ticket to salvation, right then and there. You see, but
they even got they even got his lackeys out there saying, "Don't worry about the name, brother. Don't worry about it." I'm like, what? And it's like I always say, it's like the first thing you gotta learn. Like when you meet somebody, you learn their name, and then you learn what they like, what they dislike, how they carry themselves.
I never came, or I came across them. I never dialogue. But that's
these niggas, you know, and what y'all, right? Yeah, and what y'all done talk to IUIC for, and not to put any of y'all down, but y'all just off, man. Okay, I'm talking about the name doctrine. And they use Revelation the 19th chapter. He said he had a name written that nobody knew. That word there in the Greek is an idiom, which means reputation. Okay, because so right now, like we just reading about the Lord, we gonna actually like meet him in this lifetime. Cause you know, like in your past life, you don't remember. Okay.
See, they're trying to justify it. See, that's how you see. Y'all excuses are constantly changing, and now you're trying to justify it, and that's not working. And that's because you made a covenant with the Lord. You can't serve two masters. You don't want to give up funds or something. And they could have easily debunked that. You know, they're saying that because of 501c3. That's not the reason. They never did it. Never did it. They don't go into details because we've done the research. We've shown that, and I'll just do another lesson here tonight on the book. 501c3 charges attacking used by the state. They want something to be pushed. They go into what? The pastors. And they basically tell them that if they want to get these funds, which the research shows you don't need 501c3 to run a church. You really don't. They go and get it for some reason. You don't need one.
That's right.
So they basically put themselves under the yoke voluntarily for government assistance. Yep. So all the money can be saved in their pockets. You don't actually need it. But there's factual evidence that they use 501c3 and the black pastor to help push the narrative of whatever the government says. So you look at the two groups saying off stuff about taking jabs and the chip and the name and all that, common denominator, 501c3 church. That's the only other viable explanation. If somebody's getting paid and they don't want to give it. You cannot serve two masters. And what they believe, well, what we're doing is much greater than that, you know what I'm saying? And the Lord basically say, Negro, what did I do? You come see the same thing, attitude with Saul. I didn't want that. I told you to do this simple thing.
And they was even a cock at one time.
They got some dirty history that was brought out. So it's been evident,
man. Like you working for a system that's made to put your people in prison. A whole system that was made for unrighteous treatment against the nation of Israel.
I don't know if it's still a cop, but you got Israelites in the top. So it's not being wicked. But you're trying to be a detective or something. You actually know the truth. I mean, right, bro, you ain't gonna be able to do righteousness in this society.
Yeah. You're gonna turn into a Lonzo from training.
Or they're gonna take you out because you're trying to do it like that. It's not unheard of for them taking out the good one, you know. Right. Get you up out of there if they can't trust you with the good ones.
Right. Well, first I want to say, you know, over time, it's going to be revealed what's really going on behind the scenes. It's going to be brought out. That's why I wanted to sweat. But you just got to ask questions. So what's going to happen over time is, whatever it is, whatever deals these Israelites has made, that they refusing them to teach the true doctrine, whatever it is, it's going to be brought to light, baby. It's going to be brought to light. So all you got to do is keep watching, just understanding that Then it shall be known who are my chosen. You're going to really see who's just teaching the word in truth and sincerity with a good heart versus those who have ulterior motives. We're going to read y'all something, right?
This is Matthew 23. And I started at the top. Then spake Yahweh to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, the scribes and Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore, whatsoever they bid you, observe and do, but do not ye after their works, for they say and do not. For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulders, but they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers. But all their works they do for to be seen of men. They make broad their phylacteries, and enlarge the borders of their garments, and love the uppermost rooms at feasts, and the chief seat in the synagogue, and greeting in the markets, and to be called of men, Rabbi, Rabbi. But be not ye called Rabbi, for one is your master, even Mashiach, and all ye are brethren. But you know they do this for men, man. They do this on a slick tip, You know, they want to be looked at as the chosen, the righteous, the people who God put in this position, but they're not doing the things that the true men, you know, they not really walking that line. They got some covert operation going on.
Sound like Nate, IUIC.
That's what I'm saying.
Get out on them streets. Okay?
And General Yohana. Where's your ass on that?
Teach,
Man, that man ain't teach for like the last 7 years.
Don't teach nothing.
That's what's required. Get out on them streets.
Yeah, apostles, they diligent.
Still see it.
30 plus years later, still out there every Saturday, faithful.
That General Yohana, Nate, they say all this stuff about the mark of the beast, but shy ass now on the highways. What's up? That's how you show your faith, for real.
That's why, and eventually the people just gonna ask questions, and they get pressure behind the scenes. Don't think they know, because that's why they'll just come out and do lessons on certain things because they getting pressure. And you got people out here, you know what I'm saying? That's because they getting pressure. It's at a point now where all we can do is just tell you, and it's up to you to believe or not. If you choose to blindly follow, you're gonna find yourself in a detrimental position when they do bring the shit. And a lot of you better not be praying to your house shot behind the scenes. I know a lot of you are. It makes you a hypocrite. It makes you a hypocrite. You're telling the people that the name don't matter, but you need salvation. You call no name, you're a hypocrite, man. You basically shutting up the keys and the kingdom for others, but you keep keeping secret for yourself. We're gonna get you, man.
You got a lot of dudes that know the Bridegroom is the CHIP. And now you want to see.
Well, now you know what's like.
Yeah. Are you good?
You know how you know that it's such a problem for them to teach that name? You know, when they was sick for a while, I know he was running. I know he was. But when he came back, he said, what? Want to give all the praises to him? I'm going to say it, Yahweh Shai. Like, why is it such a big deal?
I'm gonna say it, right?
Because you know that you taught a doctrine. So then if somebody hear you say Yahweh Shai, they hear supposed to like, they just...
He said, I was watching it. He said, woo. They get woo when I say Yahweh Shai. I'm like, this guy, man.
And it's like, wait, why you gotta do that?
And then his ass was back in the hospital the next week.
It's like, why you gotta do that? Why can't you just say the name? Because they don't, and that's why they not getting no revelations and blessings. You ain't calling on the right name. You gotta call on the right name. He said, you got the Lord will come and sup with me. Okay, so you gotta give credit, glory to those names. You know, and you said the right thing. You say anything else, it's a little bit worse. You read the accounts, you know. So, my friends, I'm gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to appease them. Just say it, bro. But it's how you know that you just can't up and say it over there without being looked at. You know? They're gonna probably look at you like, okay, what's this? Let's check them out. Gotta check them out.
Yeah, let's.
But I would just simply say, what's up with the name? Well, such and such. How do you teach our people to Israel? Oh, by this and then break down X7. What's more easy to break down? I say that's more easy to break down than break down Deuteronomy 28. So what's the problem? And this really just comes on top, coming from the top, all the top guys. The other guys are just fine, you know.
Like, how do you say tribe of Judah?
Oh, it's easy. It's your
Where did that come from?
It's easy. So I want to teach you.
Yeah, you can ask them what tribe you from. Judah.
Hey, and the thing is, they make them go and legally change their names.
Wow.
They make them go and legally change their names. But the name of the Lord don't matter. Don't call him bishop. They're going to go pay this bishop. And yeah. The name of the Lord don't matter. Man, you guys got so much, man. It's going to be revealed, bro.
I got a precept somewhere.
Whatever y'all got, we're going to put on.
This is Luke chapter 12, verse 1 through 3. In the meantime, when there were gathered together an innumerable multitude of people, and so much that they tried one upon another, he began to say unto his disciples, first of all, beware the leaven of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. Therefore, whatsoever you have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the ears in the closet shall be proclaimed upon the housetops.
It's going to be brought out. Everything done behind closed doors is going to be brought out. Believe it or not. The pressure is on them, man. You may not see it. They don't show it. The pressure is on them because as things progressively get worse, we rejoice. They are not. You don't know why? Because they got different. They planning for the next 5, 10 years. They see the trips and the chip this and the chip that. They ready. They ignore it. It's a conflict of what their interest is. So the pressure is on them, not on us. We just gonna keep teaching. And the smart thing was really for them just to teach the truth, just teach the truth. And we're gonna say all praise. We're gonna get the atonement, so we're gonna say all praise. Because of that pride, a lot of them will go to the end and still won't teach it. So who knows? A lot of people, all we know, they can be in so deep. And if they try to get out, it could be a problem. We don't know. The Lord knows. The Lord knows it's gonna be right.
This is Proverbs 15 and 21. Folly is joy to him that is destitute of wisdom. Folly, you out there marching. Late, you won't go out and do the right thing, right? But a man of understanding walketh uprightly. You know what I'm saying? So, no, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say,
You want to elaborate some more?
No, go ahead. You got it.
Okay. This is Sirach 4 and 27. It reads, make not thyself a underling to a foolish man, neither accept the persons of the mighty. Right? So like Captain Cesario, we can get on your punk ass too. And the rest of these IUIC followers. Alright, y'all basically making yourself underling to what? Foolish man. Alright, you can't possibly in your right mind think that General Yohanan is a man of the Lord. Or Nathaniel 7, as they call him, is a man of the Lord. Because scripture say you shall know them by their fruits. Okay? You should just be able to look at somebody and say, okay, this man is doing the right thing, and this man is not doing the right thing. Okay? Because, like they do Floyd Mayweather say, hey, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. You know? The proof is in the pudding. You know, and it's obvious how you carry yourself if you believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It's that simple. It's not that hard. Okay? And it says, neither accept the person of the mighty. They got all these followers. Just because a man got followers that don't necessarily mean that he is a man of the Lord.
Right.
Okay? Because you got a lot of Christians. See, you might look at somebody like Marcus Rogers, and all these other Israelite camps. They got the flashy garments, the armbands, and they got big girdles and big beard, but it's crispy lined up. Okay, that don't make the men of the Lord. Okay, the Lord, he's straightforward. Like the Lord don't need all that shine and fame and gimmicks and shit to draw people in. Because the 100% raw truth is good enough. All right.
This is Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. So you knowing the name of the Lord is important, man. It's detrimental to your salvation, man, to your safety. And how can you receive that if you don't know the name of the Lord? Names matter. Nobody out here gonna answer to another person's name, man. The Lord ain't either.
Respect, you gotta give him that respect. If the Heavenly Father, you know how the Heavenly Father is about his name. How much think about the Son?
Kiss the Son, lest he be angry.
Here's another question you can ask. The name. Okay. Was that just the name? Was that just the name that Joseph and Mary came up with?
Told.
Just told them.
Everybody.
Okay. Now, how did John get his name? John Baptist. Yeah. Not sure. He was given a name by the same man. And that's why I call his name John. And when you read what happened, when he was born, what did the people around him say? Yep.
They wanted to give him another name, and they said no. His mom said no. His name is John.
Exactly.
This is Luke chapter 1 and verse 59.
Right.
It reads, "And it came to pass that on the 8th day they came to circumcise the child, and they called him Zacharias, after the name of his father.
At the name of his father. Go ahead.
And his mother answered and said, No, not so, but he shall be called John. And they said unto her, There is none of thy kindred that is called by thy name."
Right. So that's basically the point right there. If the name doesn't matter, why was they given commandment of what to call him from the Lord? We're gonna call him John. And the mother followed that because Zacharias, he couldn't speak, right? Yeah. So when the baby's born, they said, "Oh, we'll call Zacharias, that's his daddy." He said, "Not so. We'll call him John." They're like, "You ain't got nobody in your family name." So no matter, it came from on top. That same angel is the same angel that told Mary what you gonna call him. Okay? Or Joseph. He told it to Joseph. So who are you to come in and say, "It don't matter"? It don't matter? When the angel said you're going to call him this and you're going to say, "Oh, it don't matter." Why didn't Zacharias and his wife have that same attitude? "Oh, it's just a name. It doesn't matter." It matters, man. It matters.
See how Birdman was in that interview. Put some respect on my name. How much more the Heavenly Father, man? He ain't gonna play it by his name.
What's son's name? Call him by his name. You know the name. That's why we can
Know
only
the name.
assume somebody took the bag. So
Then when you preach somebody, you gotta call them by their name sometimes. You know, when you pray to the Lord, you gotta come to him direct with what you want, man. You praying in the name of who? Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, you know, because you're praying unto those powers, man.
and this proof that they visibly on camera, they pray to Jesus Christ. That's why y'all don't get blessed. Y'all don't get blessed when you praying to the wrong man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't praying to the right man. So that's why you guys don't do shit. If you call on the right name, you get blessed. But anybody got anything else? Alright, so hopefully by the end of this you understand that the virgins are those elect. And you want to keep your garments white. And prep yourself for the marriage of the Lamb that's coming. So with that, we're going to give our praise to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Hashem, Kakwadash.
good morning to our apostles and others, three millstones. This is blessed to the hope of the left. And the Bible.
The Bible.